the story of a Maryville woman who has filed a lawsuit for breach of contract against a nationwide car warranty company based right here in Knoxville.
The business is Total Automotive Protection Plan, or TAPP. The dispute centers around replacing a blown engine and installing a used one.
Well, WATE 6 on your side consumer reporter Don Dare first started his investigation in early March.
Mechanic David Clouch delivered bad news when he updated Joe Carpenter on the progress of getting a new used engine for her car.
We're just waiting on the insurance company to send us the motor.
The warranty company he's referring to is Total Automotive Protection Plan, or TAPP, of Knoxville. The company's website promises 100% satisfaction, a 24-hour turnaround, and getting your car back on the road. Mrs. Carpenter has been waiting 5.5 months for the warranty company to find a motor so she can get her SUV on the road again. She bought this 2015 Audi Q7 in 2019. The engine blew while driving the car on November 17th of last year.
My car actually sat on the side of the road for a couple of hours because I couldn't get in touch with them.
Finally, 2 days after calling, Mrs. Carpenter says a TAPP representative asked for a copy of her warranty. She showed us her signed unlimited warranty.
4-year unlimited mileage, powertrain plus protection plan. Top of the line, best warranty they offered. I sent them a copy of the warranty. They said that they would start processing the claim.
Did they?
No. In fact, what happened is we had to be the aggressors and keep calling them.
Mrs. Carpenter says no third-party inspector was ever sent by TAPP to check the motor to find out what happened.
We stayed on top of them, kept asking, what's the status, because they kind of went silent on me.
Tired of waiting for an engine, Mrs. Carpenter twice sent letters to the Tennessee Division of Consumer Affairs complaining about the business practices of TAPP. The state's response? We have attempted to mediate your complaint, but TAPP has not responded to our requests. Then, in early February, she got a phone call from John Hankins, the operator of TAPP.
He stated that he was personally handling this case and that he was going to do everything he could to make this right. He had assured us that he was getting us a motor.
Mechanic David Clouch has serviced cars for Mrs. Carpenter and her husband for years. In mid-February, he talked with TAPP's John Hankins. And he has told you what?
The motor was on the way several times. He gave me several deadlines, like on Thursdays or Fridays that it was going to be here. It never showed up.
Clouch said his cost was $3,700 to remove the old engine and replace it with a used one that TAPP provided. No one was at TAPP's office as we tried to get their side of the story. On their website, the phone number is no longer in service. However, we called the company owner's cell phone. I wanted to talk with you about Joe Carpenter's situation with her Audi.
Sure.
John Hankins said his company has done nothing wrong. He said TAPP had no problem with the Jiffy Lube multi-care repair shop Mrs. Carpenter had chosen. However, he blamed the shop for the delay.
Basically, they changed the prices, they changed what they were going to charge, everything else. That's the reason that everything is stopped.
Hankins says he has a motor to replace the old one.
Everything came to a stop once Jiffy Lube started trying to overcharge us, overcharge the customer.
There was no dispute over the price of the motor. It was all about, as long as this car was sitting here tying up bay space, they were going to give an additional charge.
At the end of March, Joe Carpenter filed a civil warrant charging Total Automotive Protection Plan with fraud and breach of contract. A hearing is set in Knoxville's Session Court in mid-May.
It's been 5 months that I've not had my car, and I don't want anybody else to have to go through what we have had to go through.
Now, the Better Business Bureau has an F rating for Total Automotive Protection Plan. Listed by the BBB are 24 complaints about warranty issues not being honored by TAPP. There's a second car warranty company called Consumer's Choice, whose website is identical to TAPP's. Consumer's Choice also has the same Knoxville address, same phone number as TAPP, which no longer is in service. Regarding that legal action against TAPP and John Hankins, he will have his day in court in a few weeks. Bo?
All right, Don, thank you. And if you have a consumer question for Don, send him an email, ddare@wat.com. You can also pick up your phone and call his 6 on your side hotline number at 865-633-5974.